Right, thank you.
You got Lamont for 10.
Lamont, it's great to see you, and it's great to see you're heading into another big fight, right? Does it feel like it's been a long time coming that you've been getting this recognition and you've been waiting your turn for big fights?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's what I've been working for my whole career. So, I embrace it and I'm working hard to keep it.
Are you satisfied with the match? Obviously, there was so much talk about the rematch and stuff. Like once you realized that that wasn't going to go, or once you realized that wasn't going to happen, was Cruz one of the guys high up the list of the guys that you wanted to fight?
Yeah, he definitely was. He was already on the radar. Seeming as though things were a little shaky with the first fight. So we had a few just in case, so he was definitely one of those names.
Style wise, are you excited to have someone who's going to come gunning for you?
Very, very. I'm not gonna have to look for him, so I'm very excited.
How much did your stock go up as a result of what happened with Tank?
Just speaking from it from a fighter's perspective, it's just you fight a guy who's recognized as one of the best in the world, and you have a performance as such, where majority of the people think you won the fight. It was rule to draw. So you take what you can take from that fight. You capitalize and move on, and I think I capitalized very well. Moving on with the fight as such with Pitbull, such a high profile fight and a dangerous fight as well. So, I think my stock went up pretty well.
Are you mad about the knockdown that wasn't?
Everyone is, but it's old news.
Yeah, but I suppose it's one of those things. Like, is it one of those moments where, like, you see the clip, you still like, damn, like, or are you kind of numb to it now?
No, I'm numb to it for sure. I was, a few months ago, but I'm numb to it now.
Yeah. And you know what I said about your stock rising? The one thing that didn't change really is people in the sport, like properly in the sport, whether it was the guys at Pro Box or the fighters who saw you come up, they all knew that you could fight. And afterwards, there was a lot of people out there who were like saying, we said Lamont was going to be a problem for him. Like, I mean, I didn't hear them all before, but afterwards there was a lot of people who said like we knew this guy could fight. Were you pleased with that reaction? And did you hear all those people say like, no, we knew this guy was going to be hard work for Tank?
I didn't see much. I mean, I seen a few. I didn't see much before the fight. I seen a few though. And after the fight, I definitely see people lay claim to knowing of such, but I'm not really moved by it. I'm more so moved by what I do in the ring. Personally, I rather people talk about how I performed and if I performed well or if they thought I didn't perform well, whatever the case may be. But opinions don't really move me. I know my performance matters the most to me in the ring.
Yeah, I suppose in a roundabout way, what I was coming at saying is, there was a lot of like, say, the wider sporting public weren't sure who you were, right?
Oh
And
yeah,
then
for
the
sure.
hardcore fighters knew who you were, and obviously the guys that you came through with knew who you were. Do you think it's a bad thing for the sport to be in a position where because you don't have 5 million followers on Instagram, people say, "Oh, it's not a fight, it's not a real fight." Whereas if you have that level of fame where those guys like Ryan and Tank are, then it's a good fight. It's not about who's got the biggest followings, right?
It's definitely not about who has the biggest following. And like you said, that puts the sport in a bad position. But what can we do about it? The fans are the ones who are tuned into the guys with the most followers, a broader spectrum, guys who aren't hardcore fans and guys who aren't really tuned into the deeper core of boxing. So, I guess us as fighters and promoters as well have to figure something out. Because it is putting the sport in a bad light or a bad position from what I see. Because there's a lot of good fights and there's a lot of fighters that are world class that people don't know about.
And they're just not getting the opportunity because they don't have the followings, right?
Right.
Or they're not selling the tickets. Hey, on a personal level, what is your motivation? Like, why do you fight? Why do you want to put money on the table or food on the table? What's the motivation?
Competition, being the best. It's just me and my opponent in the ring, and I'm taking myself. I'm betting 1,000 times over on myself. 1,000 times, very confident, um, very confident in my skills, my capability, my willpower, and I believe in my savior. So I put my sword out. I have my shield on my back, and I'm ready.
Who have you been spending time with the last few months since Tank? Like, what have you been doing in this time where you've not had a date?
Still my team because we always had something on the, you know, something to look forward to or something on the horizon. So it was just like, it was dragged out, but I was always in the gym. I never took a break from the gym. I did a few. I've been out of town and out of the country and stuff like that. But other than that, man, it's just I've been working. I've been working because it's unfinished business.
When you're not working, what do you do? What do you do away from the gym? How does Lamont Roach unwind and what kind of stuff do you do to chill out?
I spend time with my family and friends. I like to go out of town on vacation. Uh, what else do I do? I play video games. I'm just stuck in the house, bored. And I just relax with my son. My son is being a dad is a full-time thing. So, I take him to school, all that stuff. So, I have to take care of a little one. So that's what I do.
How old is he?
He's 4.
And what video games do you play?
I play Call of Duty, but right now I'm getting into Battlefield and the new Battlefield that just came out. I just started playing that. It's pretty cool.
And when you talk about vacations, where have you been?
Uh, where have I been overall or since the fight?
Yeah, since the fight
Since
this
the
year.
fight, I've been to Bali, Indonesia. Um, and then I've been everywhere across the states. I've been to New York, Atlanta, Miami. Where else have I been? I've been other places too. Just like I've been on the road, so it's hard to recollect. But I've
What
been everywhere.
what's on the bucket list? Where do you want to go?
Japan for sure. I'm going after the fight.
Are you?
Yeah,
Is there anything you particularly want to see, or you just want to soak up the culture and see what it's like, see what's up out there?
yeah, for sure. I want to go for the culture. I want to experience the food. I want to go shopping for sure. And just take part. Take some time to just be a part of a different society, a different culture, and embrace it and just reap the labor of my benefits, or the benefits of my labor. Excuse me.
Where does that come from? This like desire to travel? Have you always traveled, or is it like
Yeah,
now?
I've always traveled. I've seen a lot. I've been to a lot of places. I've been to London. I've been to Germany. I've been to Ukraine, Mexico, Puerto Rico. Where else have I been? Bali. So, I'm racking them up.
But that's mostly been fighting, right? That's not been vacation, vacation.
Uh, Kinda. I've been to multiple places on vacation for sure. I've been to Ukraine to fight. I've been to obviously Mexico and Puerto Rico to fight and vacation. And that's it.
Where's the best place you've been?
Hmm. I don't know. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. Oh, I've been to Jamaica too. I've been to Jamaica twice. So uh, I had a lot of fun. I've been to the Bahamas as well. God damn, I've been to a lot of places. I think Jamaica might have been the most fun. I went for my dad's birthday, so that was pretty fun.
And obviously, you and your dad are spearheading a whole new era of fighters from where you're at, right? And how does it feel to have that responsibility of being the figurehead of the young guns coming through?
Well, I think that's a great height to maintain. I'm honored, and I just want to represent from the area for the area. Um, let everybody know that they can do it too, and push the ones that are coming up behind me for sure.
And in terms of Cruz, in terms of Pitbull, what do you think he does well as a fighter? Is it as obvious as him just coming out gunning?
Yeah, he's extremely well at being a gunner, coming forward, his grit, his will. He does that amazingly. And that's his like I think that's his pinpoint skill. I think the fact that he's tough and all that stuff just goes together, but it boils all down to like really one thing.
With regards to that one thing, let me just go back to it. Do you have unfinished business with Tank? Is that ever gonna? Are you ever gonna? Guys ever gonna get it back on?
I I don't really worry about that. I'm removed from that, even from that thought. I really don't care about it. Don't care about him. So, um, it is what it is. I don't think about even rematching him at all.
In terms of the guys in and around your weight class, though, and I did, we talked about those guys with the fame, with the followings and stuff. There's plenty of guys to get stuck into, right?
Yeah, for sure. The real boxers like Shakur Stevenson, who else? Muay Thai, um, who else is that 135? That's a champion. Abdullah Mason is about to fight
Sam Noakes.
Sam Noakes for a championship, for the WBO championship. So there's a lot of good boxers. There's a lot of good fighters at our weight. And I'm just grateful for the landscape. And at 140, there's a good landscape too. And they're guys that love to fight. So, I think I'm in a pretty good spot right now.
Hey, you say that they love to fight, but now you're one of those guys that risk a reward. They're going to be looking at that ratio and thinking that those sums don't really add up right now.
Right. They gonna see. They gonna see for sure.
And I suppose a win over Pitbull does put, that ups the ante for you, right? That, adds more stock in the Lamont Roach fund.
Yes, most definitely. Accolades. I'll be a interim world champion, the WBC interim world champion at 140 pounds after I win this fight. So that puts me in a conversation with a lot of champions at 130. Uh, I mean 140 and 135.
Are you as passionate about the sport now as you were as an amateur coming through, or have you been burnt by the business and you've seen how it works and all the rest of it?
Nah, the passion is still there. I love boxing. And it probably won't ever go anywhere, even after I retire. This is my sport. I embody boxing for sure.
All right, man. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this. I apologize for being late. I got my days wrong.
It's all good, man. Have a good one.
All right, man. Take care. All the
Thanks,
best.
All right.
Tris.
All right.
Talk
Thanks.
soon.
Bye bye. Bye bye.